events and issues shaping our community. This is COMCAST NEWSMAKERS.
Whether you're driving, searching for a location on your phone, or just want to know the weather in your area, many of us use a GPS without even thinking about it. Now the state is using it to track foster children. Here to tell us more about this is Kadie Black with our Kids of Miami-Dade and Monroe, and thanks very much for coming to our show.
Thank you for having me.
This is an interesting change that's taken place, but it's because there was one foster kid that went missing a few years ago.
Unfortunately, in 2000, Relia Wilson was a child in foster care, and her whereabouts still are unknown. From that, two things have happened. One is they privatized child welfare. They gave local control to agencies that knew the community so we could better serve our children. Our Kids of Miami-Dade and Monroe is the child welfare agency that has that contract with the department.
And you're in charge of how many foster kids right now?
We have a little bit over 2,400 kids in care. We started with 6,000 kids in child welfare when we took over the contract in 2005. But through adoptions and prevention and diversion, we've been able to reduce the kids in care and keep them safely in home.
That's amazing.
The other thing we've been able to do is to track our kids. Governor Christ asked, well, if we can track packages like UPS, why can't we track our kids? So we developed software for a cell phone that allows us to go out to the home, take a picture of the child, and it matches it to the GPS location. And that address must match what we have on file for that child.
So you'll have a master control center almost that shows the whereabouts of these 2,400 children in Miami-Dade and Monroe.
Yes.
And there are different locations, but you know who they are and where they are.
Yes.
And what does the GPS look like on this foster child?
It's just like a picture phone, as you would, and it automatically uploads. We are the only agency that is automatically uploading our pictures to the database that Florida uses to identify the kids nationally. We're the only agency that's been able to do that. And so what we are able to do is just take a normal picture, and every month, we can make sure that our caseworkers are going out to the home to visit.
Any resistance from the children on this?
No, I think the kids like it. A lot of the kids leave foster care and they have pictures every month of themselves and watching them grow.
Well, that's interesting. And it's easier for you. Now, what do you do with this information?
Well, it's much easier for the case managers. We also have created and gone totally paperless. Before, caseworkers were having to lug heavy files everywhere. We scanned all of the case files into a very secure system that now caseworkers can go in and work on the go with their computer. And it tethers to the same camera that they take out to the home. So they're able to go in and find any document that they need at a moment's notice.
What's really significant here is you've reduced the number of your clients by over a half. You're almost going out of business here, aren't you?
I think that we'd like to say that we're going to go out of business, and unfortunately, I don't think that would ever happen.
You have a steady inflow of new foster kids?
Well, we're really trying to go into the home, identify what is the problem, help parents better parent, learn new techniques so we can keep the kids safely in their home, because you know, data has shown that if the kid stays with their parents, they're much better off than coming into foster care.
And when you get into foster care, that starts another, I guess, a process of possible adoption. And why has it been such a big success lately as far as adoption?
I think we have localized control over our community. The kids in Polk County are very different from the kids in Miami-Dade County. So we're really able to put in services that are targeted to our community. And to mention adoptions, actually, our Kids in Miami-Dade has the highest number of adoptions this year in the state of Florida. We're about to hit 2,000 adoptions, hopefully, this year since 2005, when we took over the child welfare system.
Good news story. Did you know the very first Cuban arrivals to South Florida were orphan children? Learn more about the movement called Pedro Pan. It's part of the brand new series, Hispanic Heritage. It can be found on COMCAST On Demand under Get Local. I'm Spiro Canton. Thanks for joining us.